Hey y'all, it's your boy Blade Boss EDC. It is, hold on, Friday the 1st of November. I knew that. It's a new month, so I'm going to do a new knife. Now, I am extra grateful for you guys. I am gaining followers. My videos are getting views. If you see this video and you're new, please hit the like and subscribe button. It really does help boost the channel. I'm hoping to get to 50 subscribers. Once I do, I'll do a little giveaway. Maybe I'll wait till 100. I don't know, but it's going to be a cool giveaway. I have a little thing. Anyway, today we're going to be looking at something a little bit fancy, but new to me. And it's a great knife. And the knife that I'm specifically talking about is the SPK LAMIA. LAMIA, however you want to say it. It is a knife that very many people know. I have shown it many times on my videos. This is my user. It is a serious user. This is a Gen 3. Today we're going to be looking at a Gen 4. But this is the knife that we're looking at, but we're going to be looking at a very specific one. So just give me a second. All right, y'all. So today we got that SPK Steingraber Performance Knives. So made in the USA always. All right. And today I got lucky. I'm a part of the Discord. He got a new steel that he's been working with. It's called DAMAX. It's made by a company called Alinea. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce them. They are European, and they are supposedly the first ones to make a high-end Damascus steel in a large-scale process. This, my friends, is the Gen 4 splatter anodization DAMAX steel LAMIA. So we have the JK Designs hardware on both sides, the front and the back. We have a black clip with a black spacer. I believe they're like tumbled, maybe. I'm not sure. And then electroanodized. It's a nice anodization. The milling on the clip is really, really fine and good. This one, he decided to do a light ALOX blast, I think, with some type of Zerblast, maybe? I'm not exactly sure. But what's cool was only 8 of these ones in the specific combination of the splatter ano with the DAMAX steel. And you can see he does his embossing SPK. And then on the other side, you got the DMX. And then if you were to look at my user, you can see this one, it says EMX, but it's milled in. And then it says SPK here. But again, we're not looking at the Gen 3. It's totally different than the Gen 4. Now, this one's really cool because I think it's the first time he's ever done a polished blade. And he had to do that because he had to etch it. Now, as a LAMIA, a lot of people are going to say there's not a big difference. But when you really look at the pattern, it's not straight lines. Oh, that's much better. Look at that. So, and I know people are going to be like, oh, well, that's just the step down. No, it's not just the step down. It's not. This is a 127 layer stainless steel Damascus. This is just the step down. That's a step down where you can finally see the lines, right? There is a big difference between that and this. Now, I know Alex had a little trouble figuring out the etch situation, and he did polish and then etch. And you have to remember, he does a machine grind, so it's not the same as somebody using a wheel grinding down the bevels. He does a 3/4 machine grind, so it's not going to be as prolific. Let's see if I can get this a little closer. It's not going to be as prolific as some other Damascus steels, but honestly, it looks pretty badass. I'm not going to lie, guys. And what really, that action. I've been carrying a Lamia for 2 years almost. The Gen 3 is a year and a half old at least. It's my everyday. I've dropped it. I have fixed the tip. Look at this, guys. This looks so good. The splatter, that's from my nail or whatever on the back, this little spot. Hold on. Clean that off really quick. Dry it. Now, you guys could take a good look at that splatter ano. I love it because the 8 that he made are all the same config, but they're all different because you can't get the same exact ano on it. So they're all individually different, and there's only 8 of this combo. Now he just did another drop of 20 more DAMAX with the nature grip and a black just finished, electroanodized finished. But I am really digging this Damascus Steel, and I will tell you something else. A lot of people are criticizing this because they're thinking that the step down doesn't look right, that or the etch doesn't look right. You know what? Alex did what he could to figure it out. He's using a highly experimental steel in the business. This fucking steel takes an edge. It takes an edge. And I can easily prove that here. I mean, it takes a very fine edge. Like, very fine. And if you know Alex, he's like the sharpening guru. He doesn't have like a set angle, but like, he is really good. Hold on, let me flip this around. He is... You guys see this? Like, listen. It's not like... It's just sliding through the paper. It's just sliding through. Look at this. I'm just... This DAMAX takes a damn good edge. It takes a damn good edge. I'm not sure what the heat treat is. He said it's around what LMAX is, which is around 60 to 62. So, honestly, for being an experimental steel, trying it for the first time, and as far as I'm aware, anybody like out here in the US, I haven't seen it being used. The Damascus Steel with the awesome splatter ano, the finish on the scales, the finish on the everything. Like, and it's so cool to have like a polished, half polished blade. The action is just oof. And then this is the best action out of the Lamia, and it's probably because it's a polished blade. It's a polished area, you know, it's highly polished. Perfectly centered, should be. Let's see, get my hand behind there. Should be perfectly centered. Yep, perfectly centered. No problems there. Let's see. There have been some major changes from like the 3 to the 4. And I even have this one here, which is what I consider like a Gen 4 into the Gen 4 now. It's the original Gen 4 Natty, Naked Natty, but it's got the tie connector and the JK hardware. This one has great action. You know, it takes a little bit to get it to come down, but the action is fantastic. And the milling is crazy. This is a whole nother video on this one. Because of the Gen 4, the Gen 3s. That I have, like, it's cool because I got that one, this one, and this one. And it's all in succession. So it's like the Gen 3 LMAX, the Gen 4 LMAX Naked Natty, and the Gen 4 DAMAX, full Gen 4 with the JK hardware. I personally think Alex did a fantastic job. I kind of wish that the etch was a little bit more prominent. But when you have this in your hand and see it in person, honestly, guys, it looks really, really good. both sides. The polish, just the way he finished it up. And to know that there's only 8 in this configuration kind of makes it one of those really rare ones. You know, he did those monochromatic hand grounds for Syndicate 2023. It's just as rare as those. So I really like it. And I think the rarity kind of, you know, I love rare stuff. And so, you know, for now, I think it's going to stay in my collection, even though I have 3 of them. But for now, maybe, you know, if somebody offered me something for it, maybe I'd take it. But I don't know. For now, it's going to stay in my collection, and it just looks really great. The action's fantastic. His lock bar access is, in my opinion, really, really good. Really nice. So, sorry about that, guys. I had to stop the video for a second. But, yeah, man, everything is so good about this one. The action's good. The lock bar is good. The cutout for the lock bar is as thick. I think it's actually a little bit thicker than it was on the previous, on my Naked Natty. I think the lock bar cutout is actually thinner on this one than it is on this one. But, because he's constantly trying to improve. He also used a set angle for his lock bar insert. He, you know what? He did a great job, you guys. I can't really say anything bad about it. The finish feels great. It's not over blasted like some people do. Feels really good. I like the JK hardware. It's different. I really like that DAMAX blade. I really like the steel itself. I like the embossing. I like the DMX in honor of DMX, baby. But yeah, Alex is a phenomenally great guy. He really cares for his people. He charges really good prices for his production stuff. I mean, yes, this is a high-end American-made production knife, but it's still a collector's piece. It's a custom. There's no other one just like this because of the colorway, the whole thing. You know, so I think it's an awesome, cool knife, and I was really lucky to win in that lotto on the Discord. So, you guys, on a Blade Boss scale, the LAMIA, in my opinion, will always be like a 9.5, 10. This one, I think, is just over the scale a little bit, so it gets a 10-10. Just because of how badass the coloration is. And when it's in the sun and you're looking at it, it's got this beautiful shine, like it's got glitter all over it. You guys, this is such a cool knife. If you can get your hands on one, I would suggest it. Anyway, let me do some close-up shots with my camera, and I'll come back to the video in a sec. So you guys can see this better. It looks so good. And you can see when you're looking at it, the DAMAX, it's not the same. That coloration looks so good. And then if we flip her around, you can really see that clip, that milling on it. He changes it up too. I love it. But man, is this one nice, guys. Like, and if you don't believe me, that, let me just show you guys again, side by side, that the step down is just way different. You see the step down on this? It's just way different. This is actual lines. These are layers of steel showing through. Alex, you did a fantastic job, man. The Gen 4 LAMIA is sweet and takes a wicked edge, man. So, alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed that little new thing I did where I did the close-up of it. Gives you guys a better idea of how it looks because I don't have the best setup right now. But man, SPK, he makes amazing knives. The LAMIA is awesome. We're waiting for his new model. He's got some great fixies. I have an original Shark, a VanEck Shark. I have the new LMAX Shark, and I have 3 of the LAMIAs in succession. The 3 LMAX, then he transitioned to the 4. I missed that first drop, got in on the Naked Natty drop, then he transitioned, from tie connector hardware to full JK hardware. So it's been a progression, and I wanted to see how it is. So I'll probably get rid of one of them eventually, but you guys, I love collecting. I'm a collector through and through. So anyway, this video is 15 minutes, you guys. On the Blade Boss scale, I'm giving the SPK LAMIA Gen 4 DAMAX steel with the splatter anode a solid 10. And you guys, I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. I hope you had a good Halloween. And Blade Boss is signing off. So have a great night and put a knife in your pocket, guys.